Everyone, happy Valentine's Day to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're joining me from. And welcome. Let's talk about love. I'm Dr. Anastasia Fishner, and I want us to talk about love today. What does love really mean to you? Put in the comment section, okay? Today, I promise to give out some freebies, but these freebies will be given to people that are really attentive and people that are also taking notes in this broadcast. So I welcome you all and I encourage you to take note as you join in. And of course, let me also know where you're joining us from. Okay? Let's know where you're joining us from. And the first question today is, what does love mean to you? The first question today is, what does love mean to you? Okay, what does love mean to you? Tell us in the comment section. Everybody in the world, or let me say, so many people in the world, rather, they are celebrating Lovers' Day today. And my question is, what does love really mean? Because I see that love is one of the misused word on in our planet Earth right now. Love is one of the misused word in our planet Earth right now. The way people use love is really sometimes funny and sometimes laughable because some fall in love, some fall out of love, and some people try to grow in love. So I'm an advocate of growing in love. So because love is something that you have to build with patience. So love is not something you can just fall into. Let me shock you today. Love is not something you can just fall into. Some people say, "Oh, I'm falling in love." You don't fall in love. If you fall in love, you might likewise fall out of that love, because definitely love is of a high realm. Love is of a high spiritual realm, and love is something that you have to grow to get into it. And if you can interpret love like that, or if you can get to do love like that, then love will just be visible, and of course love will be more um uh, palatable, and of course love will be more beautiful, and love will be more interesting in the things that you do. Okay, so today I'll be giving out gifts. I'll be giving out a lot of gifts today, so but I want us to make it interactive. So my first question today is my first question today is, what does love mean to you? What does love mean to you? And I have another question. What makes you to smile? What makes you to smile? Is it love that brings smile into your face? What makes you to smile? And what does love mean to you? See, there are a lot of definitions of love. People define love according to what they've been through. People define love according to what they are passing through. People define love according to what is happening to them. But love shouldn't be defined by our activities or what we're going through. Love should be defined in the area of a supernatural realm. So when we define love in the area of a supernatural realm, that's where we can see the principles connecting to love lingering for eternal it's for eternity. Yes, when we see we can see the principles of love lingering. So but if we define love according to the situations around us, if we define love according to the activities around us, if we define love according to the way we feel, we can see that when our changes or when our feeling changes, that love will definitely also change. So my question again is, How do you define love? Do you define love according to your feelings? Do you define love according to your feelings? Or do you define love according to your activities? So let's put in the comment section. And today is Lovers Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone joining me. And it's been always beautiful having you guys online. And so today I'm gonna do a lot of freebies for my fans. So if you're one of my fans and you're active, put in the comment section and we fish you out from there. Let's see who has joined. Greetings, Luis. Luis is the first person, and for being the first person, you're gonna get yourself a 5,000 naira data recharge card. And if you stay till the end of the program, you're still gonna get another freebie. So congratulations, Luis. You are the first to join. Let's know where you're joining from. Luis says, "Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Let's know where you're joining me from. And for being the first to join, you're getting yourself 5,000 data recharge card. Okay, so let's know where you're joining me from, and we're gonna share these freebies to go around, and let's see who has joined again. I'm giving everybody opportunity. This is actually a public live, so I'm using today to give people opportunity to win a freebie for me. The second person that I've joined is Anslem. How are you, Anslem? How are you doing today? Anslem says, "Good evening, man. How are you, my Anslem? How are you doing today? Happy Valentine's Day." And for joining on time today, Anslem, you're gonna get yourself also 5,000 naira data recharge card. Okay, so Aslam and Luis, you've gotten yourself 5,000 naira recharge card just for joining today. So, and as you're joining, share. So, and if you also stay till the end of the program, you're gonna win more freebies. So I'd advise you stay. Okay, stay till the end of the program so that you can win more. So we're talking about love. My first question is, what does love really mean to you? And my second question is, do you define love according to what you're going through or according to the situations around you? And I said, if you define love according to what you're going through, there's tendency that what you're going through might change because change is very constant. And if what you're going through changes, it means your definition of love is going to change. So it's better to define love with the principles that govern the universe in the supernatural realm, talking about the highest realm of the supernatural. That's the realm you can use to define love. And if you define love in that realm, you know that the supernatural is actually controlling the physical nature of your being. So if you would like to join me, if you would like to join me live today, if you like to join me live today, right here, you can let me know so I can also send you a link to join me. If you like to show your face on the in my studio, if you like to join me on the studio, let me know. Then I can also send you a link to join. So, welcome to my life, and I'm Dr. Anastasia Fishner, the apostle on the move, and we're on the move to spread love abroad. Because I had an encounter with the Lord Jesus when he says, "Spread the love abroad to all nations." And I took it as an opportunity to spread love in gospel, and of course, to spread love in everything that I do. And because of this love auction that the Lord has given me, I've written a lot of books on love. Okay, there's a book coming up very soon. It's about God's kind of love. The book is coming out very soon. I wanted to get excited of my new book coming out very soon. The book is supposed to come out in 2-3 days time, but I'll let you know when the book is out. So God is been teaching us, and of course revealing himself to us. And some of you might be asking yourselves, you want to be better, you want to do things better, you want to get to another realm, but you feel reluctant in moving But God has also revealed a lot of principles to his beloveds that we can also borrow knowledge from. And instead of you crying and looking out for a way of doing things and they are not really working out, you can also try to get yourself some books and read about the stuff that God is actually review to people. So today is Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna give a lot of freebies to people joining. As you're joining to win my freebies, as you're joining, share. Okay, now, and of course, comment. Make sure you comment. That's the way to win. This is the only way to win. If you're live and you're not commenting, I won't be able to see that you're live. I won't be able to send my greetings to you and I won't be able to interact with you. So, one of the ways to win my freebies tonight is by sharing and, of course, by commenting. So, welcome on board. The first person that won our freebie today is Louis Ibrahim. You won yourself 5,000 data. And another person is Anselm Wanji. You're going to win yourself 2,000 data. No, 5,000, no, 5,000 data. And the third person that is gonna win today is Ajidue Gladys. Gladys, you're gonna win yourself. Gladys, you just won yourself 5,000 naira data. So now I'm gonna be releasing these awards and these gifts of Valentine as the program goes on. But I want you to stay online. I want you to stay online. So, and my first question is, what does love really mean to you? And my second question is, do you define love according to what you're passing through or according to the situation you are into? How do you define love? Number one, what does love mean to you? And number two, do you define love according to what you're going through or according to the situation you are in? So your answers in the comment section and you can win yourself a beautiful gift today as we celebrate Valentine. So people will just ask, what is this Valentine? Is this biblical? Is this biblical? So in the Bible, you might not even find any Valentine in the Bible, but it's just a face that has been on and on. But I just feel like mentioning Valentine in the things that I do because it's connected with love. That's the only thing. But it's so appalling that people have actually turned the love to something else. So many people, uh, so many people's destiny have been, messed up on Valentine days and all that. So many people are what's it called? So many people unique neck stolen on Valentine's Day. So stuff like that. But we're not looking at the negative part because the real notion of Valentine is just about love. It's just about love and to share love. So what does love mean to you? Put in the comment section. That's the first question. Thank you, Louis, for putting it here. Yeah, that's the first question. What does love mean to you? What does love mean to you? Put in the comment section, and the best answer is gonna win a gift from me. The best answer is gonna also win a gift from me. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, and also let me know where you joining me from. Okay, let me know where you're joining me from. And remember to win our freebies today, you must be able to comment and you must be able to share. Okay, so congratulations to our lucky winners already. Thank you. And if you'd like to join me online, you're welcome on board. Then just let me know. Then I'll send you a link to join. Good. So we're talking about Valentine, and people were like, "Is Valentine actually biblical?" I would say Valentine is not in the Bible. It's not biblical, but the concept of love is biblical. So you can read about love in the book of Corinthians. The scriptures there simplified the the principles and the attributes of love. So in the book of Corinthians, the Bible teaches us that love is patience, and love is about kindness. Love is about you know not being selfish or egocentric. Love is not selfish. Love is a conditional. Love is agape. You love someone without a reason. You just love someone because God loved you. For God so loved the world that he gave his son. For God so loved the world, even while we're sinners, God loved us. So, so something about love has to go beyond your physical wants and transactional means of getting what you want. So because so many people have termed love to be transactional in such a way that if you give me love, I give you love. If you don't give me love, I don't give you love. So love becomes a commodity that needs to be given and not to be given, which is also not good, because the definition of God, the book of John tells us that God is a definition of God, of love. So if you want to define God, God is a definition of love. It means the best way to define love is the best way to connect love to the principles of God. So welcome everyone. Let me know where you're joining me. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Water, not wine anyway. So get yourself a glass of water and or your popcorn, and let's have some fun. Okay, talking about love. There's a quote that I put in my book. It's actually in one of my books, the front cover of one of my books. And it says, love is an act of faith, and whoever is of little faith is also of little love. This is from Erich Fromm. He said, love is an act of faith, and whoever is of little faith is also of little love. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Do you believe that love is an act of faith? And what is faith? Faith is your ability to believe, your ability to concentrate, your ability to do something even above your power, having this kind of assurance that is going to happen because you have faith either in yourself, in God, or in what you believe in, or whatever. So faith is this the supernatural force that brings something to reality. Faith is a supernatural force that brings your work to reality. So love is an act of faith. So if you say love is an act of faith, it means love is an act of a supernatural force that makes you to bring something to reality. And we say, and if we say, and whoever is of little faith, that is, whoever is of little, whoever that has this little force, if the force is not enough, the person does not also have enough love. So you can see that love is actually what you want to do. Love is a choice. It's a choice you have to make. For example, when somebody is in love with you, or somebody is growing in love with you, sometimes the person might offend you, and your ability to make a choice to be able to forgive the person makes love a choice. So love is a choice. So your ability to make a choice, your ability to say yes, I'm gonna forgive, I'm gonna be patient with my lover, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be nice, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. Your ability to choose what you want for yourself will also speak volume of what love wants to offer you. Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome everyone, and let me know where you're joining me from. And let me know also what your question is. Okay. If you have any question, do not hesitate to put the question in the comment section. I'm trying to read your I'm trying to read your comment. Okay. I'm trying to read your comment. Anselm says love is an intense, deep affection for someone. Oh, great, brilliant. Louis says to me, love represents a profound and complex mix of emotions, actions, and choices that bring people together, foster connections, and promote well being. Love is powerful. Love is a powerful force that can transform lives, relationships, and communities. Ooh, this is great. Interesting. It's a choice, a commitment, a journey that requires effort, patience, and understanding. This is brilliant. Wow, Louis, this is brilliant. I think Louis is winning. So let me see more of your answers. Put your answers in the comment sections. What does love mean to you? Louis says love represents a profound and complex mix of emotions, actions, and choices that bring people together, foster connections, and promote well being. Excuse me. Love is a power that can transform lives, relationships, and communities. It's a choice, a commitment, and a journey that requires effort, patience, and understanding. Wow. Louis, I think this your definition deserves a little gift. So I'm going to add a little to your gift. Okay. So let's move on. What does love mean to you? And why do you think you should love? Now, let me also remind us that today is Valentine Day. People might just come, some people might just want to trick you, telling you that they love you because they want something from you. But you should be smart enough to know that love is not demanding something from someone. So if somebody says, "Oh, peck me," you know I love you, peck me. You know I love you, kiss me. If you know I love you, do this or do that. Love doesn't demand anything from anybody because real love definitely has no reason. So if somebody's telling you to do some transactional stuffs, give me this, I give you that because I love you, then it's no longer love because real love is real love indeed. Real love is real love indeed. Real love is agape love indeed. And agape love is love that has no reason. Agape love is love that has no reason. Please, as you join in, please share so that other people would also join us. Okay? Share so that other people will join us. So that's from Louis. That was actually powerful. So if you have any contribution, put in the comment section. I'm also waiting for somebody to join me. Somebody said she would like to join. So I'm trying to send you a link. Please join now. Please join now. Yeah, so please join me now. If you like to join, please join now. So we're talking about love being not deceptive. So somebody that love you doesn't need to deceive you in order to get something from you. So love is a place of liberty. Love is a notion of liberty. Love is an action of liberty. Love is free giving, free willingly given. So love is not something that somebody has to like force you. Love is not something that somebody has to force you to love. And if you love, you must be able to give. So what are you giving? You give the little that you have, and even the smallest that you have. So love is about giving, and giving to your family, giving to your friends, and giving to your society. So as the world is celebrating Lovers Day, I would like us to think about what love can achieve. Think about what love can achieve in your family. Think about what love can achieve in your community. Think about what love can achieve if we all come out with the notion of love. If we all come out with the notion of love, if we all come out with the notion to help one another, love can actually achieve a lot. So if we think about the less privileged people in the society, the often, even the destitute, how can we transfer the love that we have to them? That's the number three question. How can we transfer the love that we have to outsiders? How can we transfer the love that we have to other people, to strangers? How can we transfer the love? And the scripture says that we should take care of strangers. The scripture says that we should take care of the less privileged ones, the poor people. Proverbs chapter number 19, I think 19:7. It says that we should give to the poor. And when you give to the poor, you lend to God. When you give to the poor, you lend to God. So how will you be able to lend to God? How will you be able to lend to God? That's my number three question. Somebody please put in the comment section. How can you lend to God? God that you cannot see. How will you be able to lend something to God? How will you be able to give something to God? How? How will you be able to give something to God? To lend something to God? Put in the comment section how to lend to God. If you know the answer, put in the comment section. And the answer can be seen from the book of Proverbs, chapter number 19, verse 17. It says, he who is generous and lends a hand to the poor lends to the Lord, and the Lord will repay him for his good deed. So as the world is celebrating Valentine, the best thing that you can think about is how to be a helping hand by lending to God. And what's the best way to lend to God? The best way you can lend to God actually is by helping the poor. So the book of Proverbs 19:17 tells us that he who is gracious and lends a hand to the poor lends to the Lord. So some of you want to help the Lord, some of you want to help God. The best way to help God is actually to give to the poor people, not actually to give to your pastor or to your prophet or stuff like that. The best way to help to connect, to lend to God, is to give to the poor. So but I'm not saying you shouldn't give your prophet and your pastors, but I'm just telling you the practical biblical principles. Okay, so let's go on. The number three question is have been answered. Let me see. I can't even read your comments. Please put your comment in the comment section so that I can read them. I wanted somebody to join me. Maybe we'll just wait for her to join a little, but before she joined, she would also be telling us more about what love is about. So, like I told you, I've written a lot of books on love, but this one in my hand here is one of my favorite books. So it's one of my favorite books that I've written. This one says "Dare to Love." It's actually one of my favorite books, and I want to read some. I want to read out some places for us. So some people feel like, oh, they want to They want to get to love because they need a man. Some people say they want to get to love because they need a woman. So my question is, why do you need a woman? And why do you need a man? So that's my question. So we have to talk about all the whys. You can read more in my book. It says we have to talk about all the whys. Why here? W means wanting to mingle. H means how you want your spouse to respect and love you for who you are. And Y says yours truly. Map out principles that need to be shared. Effective communication is crucial in any relationship, and especially so when you are considering marriage, you have to think about effective communication. Before making the commitment to spend your life with someone, it is important to have a clear understanding of each other's expectations and desires. Here are some of key topics to discuss with your partner. So, I'm going to be sharing you some key topics to discuss with your partner. Number one, do you want to be in a relationship? Do you want to be in this relationship? You have to ask your partner. Yeah, you do you want to be in this relationship? You have to ask your partner. Do you want to be in this relationship? What are your motivations for wanting to marry this person? And before I continue, I would like to um I would like to connect our guests. One of my guests is already here. Let me see. Oh, she's here. Welcome, welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
My guest is joining me all the way from United Kingdom. She is an inspirational and motivational speaker. She's also a podcaster. She's no other person but Chioma Okbara, all the way from United Kingdom. Welcome, Sister Chioma. Welcome,
Hello,
and
Sister
thank you for joining my
Anastasia.
live today. Happy Valentine's Day.
What a day to celebrate love.
Yeah,
But love shouldn't be celebrated only one day. I believe love shouldn't be celebrated only one day.
that's right.
And
That's right.
I believe we need to look back into this history. How did this Valentine's Day? Who is Valentine? How did
Yeah.
it start? The history behind Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
What is his legendary? And who is he? And why are we all celebrating this? What is his sacrifice? What it's from that moral lesson that we'll take it up and see, are we really doing that? What this man that was scented, he was also martyred. He was killed as well.
Oh my goodness. Mhm.
Yeah, so this made me to. I went to make a research and read up about it, and
Wow.
I would like us to talk about it because it's good to go back to history. It's not
Mhm.
just talking about Valentine's Day. What happened? How did it start?
Yeah. So tell us more.
I think
Tell us more about Valentine.
I went researching about it, and he did a great thing.
Mhm.
Do you know he was executed on February 14th? That's why we have it that day. He in back in history, we know all these things. He's a priest. Valentine is a priest. He's an
Okay.
ancient Roman priest.
Mhm.
So history had it that he used to perform weddings for soldiers that were forbidden to marry. Can you
Mhm.
imagine? And he fulfilled that law because he found out that that, like the Bible said, that our culture and tradition has made the power of the word of God non-effective.
Mhm.
He saw it that way. That wow, why would they inhibit people from getting married because of law? He
Mhm.
broke that law and wedded these soldiers secretly. And when they found out about that, he was imprisoned
Wow.
and they executed him. And when he was in prison, he wrote a personal letter to few of those people that he's been doing good. He's a very wonderful priest that been showing love. Before his death, it was legend say that he wrote a letter writing from your Valentine. You see, that's where people have that tradition of writing about Valentine and
Uh-huh.
all that. And you can see he broke laws. And like we say, love is not about one day. Shouldn't be about one day. This man sacrificed his life He broke the law to make sure that people are liberated from the law of not allowing people to get married
Hmm.
because they are soldiers, they are in war, and they don't want them to do that. He did that. It's a sacrifice. So that shows love is sacrifice. When we are talking about Saint Valentine, he is a sacrificial human being, just like Jesus Christ sacrificed himself for us. Love is a sacrifice. It's about its commitment. Love is not about sex. It's not about kissing. It's not about giving flower or chocolate. It doesn't solve the problem. People think that's what love is.
Hmm.
Love is not about the romantic, oh, you kiss me, you do being in a fantasy world. That's not love. People don't understand it. Somebody bought you a car. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Hmm.
But let's talk about giving.
Hmm.
Bible is about giving. You go is a sacrifice, is commitment, is about communication.
That's right.
And when they been think what can make love stay and what can make one stay in love for long, it's all about communication. It's all about how are you transparent? Are you very
Transparency.
transparent?
Yeah.
Are you open? It's all about trust. It's all about being open. It's not about what's going on in social media.
That's
Everybody
right.
wants a perfect relationship. There is no perfect relationship. There's nothing like that.
Preach it.
There is nothing perfect. God, Bible even say God is perfecting all that concerns us. When we talk about communication, you know, communication is a mutuality. It takes mutual. Now, if two adults come into relationship or into marriage, remember when you came into relationship, you already have your own mindset. You already have your own philosophy about life, the way you view life, the way you see things. The man also have his own way of seeing things about life.
That's
And you
right.
two people are different people from different culture. Even if people speak the same language, let me say you are Nigerian, you are from a tribe, or an Igbo tribe, or you're from Germany, or any language, let me say any country or whatever.
Yeah.
Communication matters.
That's right. That's
Having this in mind that this woman that you are married to or you are in love with have a different notion about life. He has
that's
a
it.
different philosophy about
Orientation,
life. You two
different
have.
orientation, different culture.
Exactly. Can you people come together, rub minds together? When she had her own view, you put dialogue. That's what maturity is. You dialogue. And if she's aired her own view about a discussion, listen to her.
That's it.
I listened to a podcast about Candice. I don't know if you know about Candice in America.
Yeah. Go ahead. Share.
So I listened to I love Candice because this a lady that have values. She stood on her values as a Christian. She's a Catholic. He married a British guy, but she's an American guy. She's a very opinionated lady. She stands on her opinion, on her Christian values. You
That's
know
right.
what's going on around the world now? Candice stand against evil. She promotes God's opinion politically in every aspect. So, because she's so opinionated, and this white British guy, Candice is a black American, and his husband is a white British guy. You know, and
Okay.
he's a very quiet guy, and people keep wondering how did this English guy marry this noisy American lady that is so opinionated. So it
It's
took
about
her
love.
6 years for her to grant. She's a podcaster. It took her 6 years for the husband to grant her an interview to air her own view, what people are talking about. Social media they are very wicked. They can talk lies and say a lot of things about people, and if you're not careful, you believe that you're in trouble. So so the man said that what people are talking about the wife is all a lie. That he has learned from her, that they've learned to communicate with each other. They've come to see each other's difference and learn to sit down, discuss, dialogue, and adjust. Because in life, you need to learn to be adaptable.
Yep.
Adaptability is very important in this life.
That's it.
when you find out, oh, you're the man you married love this or don't like that, maybe the food you eat
Yeah.
or the way you dress or the way you know, sometimes when people see you outside before
Mhm.
you come into the relationship is all about coming inside. It's not about the outside. Because
That's
when
it.
you come inside, you see the person's faults. You see a lot of things
The
about the person,
weaknesses, those
the
parts that the person
weaknesses.
cannot show outside.
Exactly. And you see a lot about that person.
Yes.
You start adjusting, you start adapting. There's some things that can be very irritable about that person. Both of you can. There's something the person will do. You're so irritable about it. You know when Bible talk about love is kind, love is patient. There's a lot. Bible talked about that First Corinthians chapter 13 about love.
Yeah.
It takes patience to. Okay, you're saying you love somebody. Your patience need to be tried.
That's it. Because I see that's a question. One of the questions that I want to ask. Sometimes we'll say we love, but we are not able to be patient enough to know who we love. Because if we're not patient enough to actually learn more, to know more about the person that we say we love, we might actually lose the love, and we end up with nothing. So when you mention about patience, I think is a great virtue whenever we want to talk about love. So what
You
is
see,
love and patience? So you talk
exactly.
about.
You see, it said love is. Let me read that First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 7. It said, "Love is patient.
Mm-hmm.
Love is kind. It
Mm-hmm.
does not envy.
Mm-hmm.
It does not boast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not proud. It
Mm-hmm.
does not dishonor others. It's
Mm-hmm.
not self-seeking.
Yeah.
It's not easily angered.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps no record of wrongs.
That's
Love does
right.
not delight on evil, but rejoice with the truth. It's
That's right.
always protects, it's always trusts, always hope, always perseveres. Love is about perseverance, it's about endurance.
Amen. Wow.
Love is about long suffering. When I mean long suffering, a
What you mean long suffering? Is it like suffering and smiling?
kind of. Uh-huh. It looks like suffering and smiling. Yes.
Oh, no, no,
Because
no.
come looking
Nobody
at
want
it, let me tell
nobody
you,
want
come
that
looking
kind
at
of
it.
love of suffering and smiling.
Jesus Christ, do you know Jesus Christ did that? He was
Tell
he
us.
was smiling. He just like you having a baby. I remember there's a revelation God gave to me about parenting. He said the way
Hmm.
He sees us. When you have a child that is messing up, do you throw your child away?
No
But you
way.
keep correcting. You keep her
As a
patient.
loving mother, you have to keep correcting the child, praying for the child, looking for remedies for the child, to help the child. And one day the child will just get it. And when
That's
he
it.
gets it, he's gonna
Because
be
he's not.
he's gonna behave well.
And you should know that in that parenting there is stages. It's
Yeah.
something about marriage. It's stages.
Mm-hmm.
Love is stages. You have to have patience. You have to keep nurturing this love.
Yeah.
You keep each other. It's not on one side. It's mutual. It's the mutuality of both sides. We talk about respect. Or he wants respect. She wants respect as well because respect is reciprocal.
Come on.
What did Bible talk about respect? You respect each other.
Yeah. The place of marriage is a place of honor. And the scriptures
Thank you.
also let us know that this honor begets honor. So
Thank
this
you.
honor has to do with both of them honoring themselves. So it's not like a one man thing
No, it's
or a
not. It's
one
not. It
woman
should be.
thing.
It's
Something that
mutual.
should be mutual and
It-
reciprocal. You're right.
It's in pari passu. It's in parallel. It's had to be both sided. So it
That's
shouldn't be one sided. So there's a lot about what God. When Bible say, "Husband, love your wife just like Christ loved the church, gave
mhm.
Himself up for her." It takes a lot. It's sacrifice. It's commitment.
Commitment, sacrifice. Wow.
You have to give all. You have to have patience. Patience is long suffering in faith. As you are waiting, you are praying and finding out how can you make this happen.
Hmm.
And what's going on in these days? Why divorce happen? Um, the man maybe compare her with another lady, you compare him with another person, knowing that everybody's unique.
Everybody's unique in their own way, and you have to also reason with the person that you have chosen,
Thank you.
because love is about a choice. I was
Yeah,
talking
it's a choice. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
I
about
was
it's
talking
choice.
about it last week. I said love is a choice.
You know, it's
It,
a choice.
you
It's a
made a
choice.
choice. You made a choice to be with someone. So
Yeah,
there's no need for you to compare yourself with compare the person with others. So you
exactly.
need
So why will you
to learn.
compare? Even if you don't say, oh, your sister is like this, your brother is, so why are you comparing me with them? Why are you comparing him with them? Everybody is unique.
That's right.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to keep this love rolling. It takes a lot. It's a work. It's a hard work. It's a
I
hard
think
work.
love is not really hard work.
No,
In
when I
my
mean hard work, it is
Yeah,
work. It is
yeah,
work.
love is work. Love
Work
is
in the
work.
sense we
But it's
work
not
in our
actually difficult.
attitude.
Exactly. It's not actually
Attitude.
difficult uh if we are not self-centered.
It's talk about you throw away selfishness.
Yeah, because love is so easy if we are not self-centered.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
we are self-centered, then it's difficult because you have to kill your ego first. You have to,
It has to be selfless.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
if you come out of love, or you want to you if you want to grow in love from the depth of your heart and from your humble self, I mean, from the part of your humility, from the humility part of you, I mean, trying to be humble and humbling yourself in that relationship, and you see two people coming together with humility, you see that love is actually workable. But some people, they
It's
come
it's
into love with,
workable.
yeah.
It-
So what do you advise people that come into love with this kind of pompous personality and
no, I keep saying love should be traced. Us studying First Corinthians chapter 13 properly. You study it. It talks about patience,
Mhm,
selfless.
mhm,
It talks about long suffering. If we can do that, you don't miss. It's not about what you can get from that person,
mhm.
or and comparison, and you have high expectation from that person. Love, there is no perfection. We are not perfect. We keep cleaning each other. We keep getting to know each other. We keep loving. We keep communicating. It requires transparency. It requires trust. It requires a lot. But if you like a child, but you know what Bible talked about? Like a child, then you can come into the kingdom. Easily forgiving, easily forget, you forgive, you humble yourself, you take away your egos, you are not egocentric, you
That's it.
know.
That's it.
And you are able to love and take that person like yourself. Bible says love like yourself. How do you have to love yourself first before you love someone? You know that.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Because that's a good point you just raised, because I feel like so many people just go out of love, or so many people cannot love cannot linger for so long because they themselves, they do not love themselves enough.
Yeah,
Because sometimes I feel we can actually not give what we do not have.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
feel that. So yeah, it's not as some people. There's some love life and love marriage relationship that actually failed. It's not like they don't have love, but it's like some of them failed because some actually have love, but the love was not enough to sustain the relationship because it was coming from one angle. So,
And like
yeah,
people live their life or according to their experience. If
yes,
people have been a victim of one thing or the other, they thought everyone is like that. And if maybe you're a woman that you meet a partner that have gone through a lot in childhood, that have gone through betrayals from maybe mom,
Mhm.
stepmother, a lot, they've not really healed from that past. Because they've not healed from that past, they carry it over. And they found themselves hurting other people because they were hurt in the past.
Yeah.
I somehow believe hurt people hurt people. When you hurt, you feel hurt, you hurt someone else. And when you, because you've not healed, I keep a kind of praising this young man they call Harry. You see
Yeah.
Harry of the royal family. I love that guy so much. You know why?
Why?
He's somebody who've gone through a mental health issue, really, because he lost the mom at a very young age.
Okay.
The mom is so much love, and they told him to man up, to bottle it up, according to their royal attitude. But he was really suffering because he loved the mom and just lost the mom like that. When he got married, he needed a woman that be like the mom, you know. When he got Megan, I love he got Megan and he forfeited anything the family is talking about. He doesn't want what happened to the mom happened to how the wife with the media. He ran away from England, forfeiting the royalty and all those stuff. I That's what it means to be a man. You sacrifice,
Yeah, but
protect your family.
sometimes we should not also forget the place of honor for our parents and their principles. It's also
No, no,
very
no. There is, listen, in life, if your parents have a principle in life that doesn't all go well, do you agree with it? Because let me tell you, you protect that dynasty. What of your own dynasty? Yes, you have. You see, your wife. I believe marriage is about your family. Is your wife, your children. Your wife is a primary. Is not, other ones are secondary. If you protect the secondary and leave the primary, you will destroy the main thing because you need to build your territory. Your territory as a man is your wife and your children. That's your nuclear family. Then the other ones are secondary.
mm-hmm.
That's what I believe in. And that's true about life. If you see, the when the Bible said our culture and the tradition have made the power of the word of God non-effect, is true. If you look at some of our cultures where we came from, you find that some of them they are worthless. They become a stronghold that have destroyed things, that have
Yeah,
made people.
the light of God in you is actually supposed to like eliminate the dark necks in your culture.
That's right. But people are following the picture, or maybe let me say, if a man come from a family where the mom has beaten the mom beats up the mom, the dad beats up the mom. It's a picture created.
Yeah, that's
One
it.
day, if care is not taken, no matter their Christianity, or you see some people, they go to church, they speak in tongues, but they're not living that life.
They can, of course, children can actually learn from their parents.
No, no, not actually. Children learn
They
from
copy
that because
what
you're
they
creating a picture. You
they
create a
copy what they
picture.
see. Yes, they copy what they see, and that's why the scriptures also admonish the parents to train their child in the way to train their children in the way of the Lord, so
That's
that when
right.
they will not depart from it. Because anything the parents try to
Oh,
instill in
Jesus.
their children
Okay.
will definitely come out. You're right. You're right.
Discussion here.
Yeah, you're right. So thank you so much for joining us, Sister Choma Opara, all the way from United Kingdom, and she has actually mentioned a lot of principles to help us navigate into life, and of course into the things that we do when we are in love. She mentioned about commitment. She mentioned about trust, and she mentioned about she talked about patience, and of course your ability to adapt and communicate effectively with your spouse, even if you are of different orientation or culture. She gave instances of families that have different culture and orientation, but they are thriving together, they are living together. So that's what love is about. Love is about thriving together. Love is about relating, adapting people's culture. Love is about adapting people's personality, because in love you are not alone. In love you are not alone. In love you are not alone. So, and if you like to join me live, if you like to, thank you, Sister Chioma Okpara from UK, for that wonderful expository and principles that you just told us about now. So, and if you like to join me live right now, just like Sister Choma, if you like to join me live, or anybody that wants to join me live, put in the comment section that you want to join me. Then I'm going to send you the link that you can use to join. Okay, so Sister Choma was talking about uh, our ability to adapt people's personality and communicate effectively with them. And she said, if we can trust them, if we can have patience with them, we'll be able to even be in love and stay in love with people, not minding their cultural background or their orientations, like the families that she made mention. These people are intercultural. Let me say, the people from different kind of orientations getting married and they're staying together. Like when I tell people, when we talk about love, I always say that love does not know your nationality. I'm a Nigerian or born married to a German man. So love doesn't actually know your nationality when it comes to love. Love doesn't know your complexion. So you might be white or green, your husband might be blue or black, your wife might be blue or white. It doesn't really matter. Love doesn't know nationality, and love doesn't know complexion. So when it comes to love, the idea of adaptability comes to play. So when people talk about Valentine Day and all that, it should be a time to reflect what you can do with love. And that's one of my questions. My second question, I think that was the third question. What can you do with the love that you have to your family, to your community? What can you do with love? And the fourth question is, how do you learn to God? How do you learn to God? How do you learn to God? And we have people that have already won today. Louis is winning also for this wonderful comment. Louis, you're winning a prize from me today. So Louis says love represents a profound and complex mix of emotions and actions and choices that bring people together, foster connections, and promote well-being. Love is powerful force that can transform lives, relationship, and communities. She says, love is a choice. I love that part that says, love is a choice, is a commitment and a journey that requires effort, patience, and understanding. I think Lewis is winning today. So if you have any contrary definitions from what Lewis has said, you can also put yours in the comment section so that we'll share. But Lewis, you're going to prize for me today for this wonderful comment. And she also went ahead to say that communication, trust, and transparency keeps us together in love. Brilliant. That's a brilliant one, Louis. Let me know also if you have any other definition of love. Okay, Louis, you're winning two prizes today. One is 5,000 naira data recharge card, and another is for the best comment so far. Let's see if other people are gonna post. So I was saying something actually. I said, why do you need a man and why do you need a woman? Before you can go into that, let's talk about all the whys. And W could be wanting to mingle, and H could be how you want your spouse to respect and love you for who you are. And I said, why should be yours truly map out your principles? Then I said, there should be so many questions that we need to ask ourselves in a relationship for the relationship to thrive. One, do you want to have children? If so, how many? Ask your spouse. This is so significant decision that can have a major impact on your future together. It is essential to be on the same page about whether or not you want to have children in your relationship. Because sometimes what triggers love, or what makes love even more beautiful, could be children. And for some people, when you mention children, it could be something else. Some people don't want to have children, they just want to have love. They just want to have you as their companion, and that's it. So before going into the relationship, you should have to ask yourself all these why. Another why could be, how do you want your spouse to treat you? It's important to set your expectations very clear. Set for how you expect to be treated in the relationship, for example, and your spouse, I mean your partner, your boyfriend is mistreating you, maltreating you, and dealing with you anyhow, and you don't even have time to talk to him and map out your expectations very clear. So it's very important that you make yourself very clear. Call him to order. Look, this is what I want you, this is how I want you to treat me. This is what I want. This is how I want you to treat me. This is how I want you to handle me. And if you cannot handle me like this, we cannot be in this relationship. And I tell you, during your dating time, if you're able to map it clear how you want them to handle you, they will definitely handle you like that when you get married. Because if you're not able to make it clear to them, they will handle you anyhow when you get married. And that will also make your marriage to have issues. Another why could be, what do you enjoy doing together or as a family? Sharing ideas about the activities you enjoy doing together can help you build a strong foundation for your future as a couple or family. What are your boundaries and your principles? Discussing your personal values and boundaries is very crucial in any relationship, and especially so when you are considering marriage. So, all these things we have to think about. And another one is, what are your likes and dislikes, your hobbies, and other personal interests? It's something that you should know about. It's something that you should know about your spouse. Get to know your spouse, get to love your spouse, get to date your spouse. Valentine time, Valentine's time is also the time to reflect about love for your husband, love for your girlfriend, love for your wife, and all that, and your family. Try to see if you can be another. Try to see if you can be a reflection of what love really means. If you can be a reflection of what love really means. And of course, what's your family background and your religious beliefs? Sharing about your family backgrounds, your family histories, and religious beliefs can also help you better understand each other, your cultures, and your personal backgrounds. So that you can also share. Some people want to know a lot, but not really everything, just a lot. So during your courtship period, it's actually excuse me, it's actually a time to share. So share about your history, excuse me. Share about your history, about your family, and about your cultural experience and all that. And that will also help you to get to know more of yourselves. So let me know if anybody has questions before we round up. I cannot see any comments so far, but I want to say thank you for to everyone. Excuse me. I want to say thank you to everyone that have joined today and to those that have shared. So our lucky winners today are Anselm, Louise, and Gladys. So you guys, I will instruct my admin to send you guys some data. For you are indeed my Valentine today. So congratulations. And thank you for sharing. Thank you everyone that have joined this broadcast today. Thank you most especially Sister Chioma Okpara from UK for joining us and for also sharing your part and making this program a beautiful one. So if you just join in, you can also be a winner by answering our questions. One, what does love mean to you? And do you define love according to what you're passing through or according to the situation that you are? Three, what do you do How do you spread love to your family and to your community? 4, how do you link to God? How do you link to God? How do you link to God? Because God is a spirit, but how can you link to God? And I told us that could be seen in the book of Proverbs, chapter number 19, verse 17. We link to God by giving to the poor. So the idea of Lovers Day is actually to also use the God's love in you to change your culture. So, what is your culture like? What is your environment like? What are the norms in your society that are detrimental to the love of God? So, you have to use your love to also eradicate the evil in your society. So, think about what love can do. Love can do a lot. And one of these things that love can do is to eradicate hate, and of course to eradicate things that does not go well with the principles of God. So how do we do that? We use God. We use God's love in us to also change the society that we find in ourselves. So pick up love, pick up an attitude of love, and of course, be the one that want to humble yourself to love. And if you think you're not getting a partner, if you think you're not getting a partner, then you can also re-strategize by getting something to do with the love that you have. Maybe by helping the less privileged ones, the destitute, or the orphans. And as you begin to walk into that purpose to do something for them, love will actually come knocking at your door. Some of the reasons why we haven't found love is because we have not stayed where love could be seen. So let us also make love visible by always connecting ourselves to the place where we can render a helping hand to the needy and be a God replica in that realm. So let us be the one that will also put our succor in the people's face. Let's be the one that will put love in people's faces, and also and also glorify God in our dealings. Okay, so I'll see you next. I don't know if I'll be coming out live on Saturday, but I try. But I'll see you next on my hangout with me. But today I say happy Valentine's Day, and stay love. Show love to your wife. Husband, love your wife. Wife, honor your husband. Children, respect your parents, obey your parents, and family, stay together, stay united. Do not allow um, outsiders to break you. Stay together. A family that stays together needs to pray together, and a family that prays together will definitely stay together. So, if you want to stay together as a family, always pray together and always unite. And of course, learn to forgive one another. People will always they will always wrong you, but do not allow your love to be hindered by the wrongs of others. Remember, the scripture says that love covers all wrong. So learn to forgive one another and stay in love. God bless you, and thank you all for sharing. I see you again on my life. But remember, love is so beautiful, and you can actually replicate the love of God vividly here on this earth realm by just respecting the person that you love, and also humbling yourself to love them from the bottom of your heart without making it transactional, but loving unconditionally, just as God has loved us. Stay in this realm that God loved us even when we're yet sinners. God loved us. So we also ought to love one another just as God has loved us. And if we want to love like God, it means we have to love people just unconditional, without having anything, without actually requesting anything in return. So let us not make love transactional, but let's make love unconditional. Thank you everyone for joining, And I'll see you again next week of my life. Blessings. And for those of you that have shared, thank you for sharing. And for those of you that will watch later, please watch and share. Okay. God bless you. Bye bye. Happy Valentine's Day. So our lucky winners today are Luis Ibrahim, Anselm Wanji, and Gladys Ajidua. Congratulations.